that involved a truck too. I guess you would say that Mickey has had his ups and downs. Please welcome our next speaker, Mitch Phillips, as he continues the saga with Mickey's Wild Ride, or Ups and Downs.
Fellow Toastmasters, Madam Toastmaster, honored guests. Have you ever had one of those days, you know, when things just don't turn out the way that you're expecting them to? You have, haven't you? I had one of those days the summer after 7th grade. Typically on a summer day, my best friend Tommy and I would go to Woods Lake. That was the perfect refuge from a hot summer day in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It was great because it was only a mile and a half, and we could ride our bicycles over to Woods Lake. To go there, it was a straight shot down my street, Edgemore, and then down and up a curvy road called Chevy Chase.
Oh.
Chevy Chase. Now that was really the fun part of going to the lake. It was like a roller coaster ride. We'd go down that first hill. It was sloped. Man, we'd get going. We'd pedal as fast as we can. We'd go around this other curve, and then we'd start up the other hill. We had to pedal as fast as we could down that first part because it was so steep going up that other hill. If we didn't make it up far enough, we actually had to get off our bikes and push them up the rest of the hill. Can you imagine the shame, the agony? On this fateful day, Tommy's bike had a flat tire. No problem. He rode on that, you know, that springy book thing on the front of my bike. Nice and square. He got to sit on there. It was great. We were on our way. 5 to 7.
I was at the 2-minute mark.
Keep going.
We launched down that first Chevy Chase hill. My legs were spinning around as fast as they could go, working up the speed. Then to make that curve, we went over to the left side of the road as far as we could so that we could make that turn. That's when we noticed, down at the bottom of the hill, this big brown UPS truck aimed directly at us. We began to dance. He moved over to the right lane to avoid us. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
We moved to the right lane so that we could avoid him. He moved back to the left, and so did we. Moved back to the right one more time, and then the angel that has been watching over me all these years whispered to that UPS driver, "Stay over there. Stay we made a very narrow escape from a head-on collision with a UPS truck. However, that escape caused another small additional problem. Remember I told you about that curve? We didn't make it.
Oh.
The bike, Tommy, and Mickey slammed into that curb at full speed.
Oh.
Now it was an exigent moment. I imagine you'd be worried about Tommy being on the front of that bicycle, taking the brunt of that collision. Oh, the impact. But no, he didn't slam into that split rail fence that was bordering the road. He just slid nicely off the front of the bike into soft green grass. Not a bruise, not a cut, not a scrape. Mickey, on the other hand, went head over heels onto the concrete gutter.
Oh.
His elbows were bleeding. His knees were bleeding. His palms were bleeding. His back was bleeding. He was dripping blood all over the place. Luckily only one thing was broken. Mickey's bike. The front tire now looked like a pizza with a couple of slices removed. How were we going to get home? What was I going to tell my parents? My angel was still there. He talked to that truck driver, who turned around and came and rescued those two boys in that bicycle and put them in the back of his truck.
Wow.
And he took us home to our house.
Wow.
This day didn't turn out like I expected, but luckily, I am still here to tell you the story. Yeah, it was.